As we celebrate the 25th anniversary of the National Black Golf Hall of Fame, we take this moment to remember its founder, Harold Dunovant, PGA.
Down in Alabama with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Change does not roll in on the wheels of inevitability, but comes through continuous struggle. And so we must straighten our backs and work for freedom. A man can't ride your back unless your back is bent." Harold Dunovant's back was never bent as he championed for the equal rights of black golfers, yet few knew his name. A contemporary of many golfers on the Black Tour in the 50s and 60s, who the National Black Golf Hall of Fame works to recognize, Harold stood as a man among men. Noted golf historian Pete McDaniel wrote in his book Uneven Lies, perhaps it was his bellicose attitude that forever kept him standing on history's doorstep.
Harold Dunovant, to me, was a very honorable man, a hard-working man who had a vision. And his vision was that he would help open the door so that blacks and other minorities could be active members of the PGA of America. His legacy is in the Black Golf Hall of Fame. He felt that too long that African Americans and other minorities been ignored, underappreciated for all the contributions we had made to the game. So he decided that he would start the Black Golf Hall of Fame. It's a very viable, very honorable achievement.
Dunovant turned pro in 1954, and like many of his playing pro friends, followed golf's Chitlin circuit in search of a living. As Dunovant would later admit, a balky putter kept him from achieving his ultimate dream. But who was this man?
All of you guys here who's been around Harold for many years have plenty of stories to tell about what went on during a tournament or how Harold lost his temper at some point. Well, I'm reminded of a story. Well, it's actually happened. I've always tried to get Harold to, deposit the money in the bank and give checks when he was paying off for the winners and everything. But he was so stubborn and so set in his ways, I couldn't convince him of anything. So this particular year, he had the purse, and then he hid it without telling any of us where he put it. Then, at the last one, he goes, "Where did I put the money?" And none of us knew. So then he was going crazy looking for it. So I said, "Why don't you just sit down and think about it, what you were doing, and then maybe it'll come to you." "Oh, Ann, just go away. I know what I'm doing." So all of us were scrambling around trying to find the money. So finally, he went out to the car and he had put it under the mat and kind of under the seat and everywhere. But he always insisted on paying everybody in cash. Nobody has time to go to the bank, he said. I said, "It's not a problem. People go to the bank all the time." But all of you know who I'm talking about, right?
A family man, a teacher, a historian. From an aspiring pro career, Harold Dunovant took a path that would provide for his growing family. The first person of color to graduate from the PGA's America's Business School in 1964. It took him another 12 years to earn his PGA card, finally getting full status in 1976. 10 years later, in 1986, Harold founded the National Black Golf Hall of Fame.
The mission of the National Black Golf Hall of Fame is to recognize and honor the contributions of black golfers for their skill and to honor persons regardless of their race who have done the most to promote golf in the black communities.
Through the years, he became a teacher of young kids. Introducing them to the game, he became the first and only black person to win the North Carolina PGA Junior Golf Leader Award. His greatest reward was when his son Jeff received his card.
I got involved in the game of golf through my father, Harold Dunovant, who was a PGA professional. Taught me everything I know about the game. He was one of the pioneers in black golf. I was 8 years old, and I can remember how my mom and my dad screaming, when he got his PGA membership in 1993, 20 years after my father got his. I think he was even happier when I got mine, and we became the first black father and son PGA members, and actually still are.
6 years after his son became a PGA member, Harold was named the Carolinas PGA Junior Golf Leader, blazing a path his son would soon follow.
Think about and anticipate what the wind's going to do.
As he said, I had more pride in Jeffrey getting his card than when I got my own. I felt like a pioneer when I got mine, but when he got one too, I felt like all the heartbreak had been worth it. Ladies and gentlemen, we salute National Black Golf Hall of Fame founder, Harold Dunovant, PGA.